This is All India Radio. We now bring you a special news program on COVID-19. Good morning. I'm Tanvi Taneja and with me is Sunil Verma. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leads the nation in expressing people's resolve to fight COVID-19. Prime Minister's 9 p.m. 9 minutes appeal evokes massive response as millions of people across the country join him by lighting lamps and candles. Centre issues guidelines for quarantine facilities amid COVID-19 pandemic. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Puri calls reports of flights resumption after April 14th as mere speculation. Government asks states to facilitate truck drivers and labourers to reach their workplace to ensure smooth movement of essential items. Food Corporation of India sets new record in single-day transportation of food grains. And Haryana government to promote all students till class 8 without exams due to the lockdown. Prime Minister Narendra Modi led the nation to express the country's resolve to fight and win the battle against COVID-19. At the stroke of 9 last night, India lit up candles, diyas and torchlights following Prime Minister's 9 p.m. 9-minute appeal. Mr. Modi shared his photographs on social media showing himself lighting a lamp. On his Twitter handle, the Prime Minister also shared the shlok, Shubham karoti kalyanam arogyam dhan sampada shatru buddhi vinashaya deep jyotir namostute to drive home the message of solidarity. Mr. Modi's call to switch off lights at 9 p.m. for 9 minutes and lighting up diyas and candles evoked massive response across the country. A cross-section of people switched off lights at their homes and lit diyas to express solidarity with the nation's fight against coronavirus. On Friday, in a video message, the Prime Minister had said that India will experience the power of light, clearly illuminating the common purpose the country is fighting for. Mr. Modi said amidst the darkness spread by the corona pandemic, the country must continuously progress towards light and hope. The Prime Minister said no one is alone during the lockdown and collective strength of 130 crore Indians is with each one of us. Mr. Modi had also urged people to maintain social distancing, stay indoors and not form groups while lighting the diyas. He had said one must never cross the Lakshman Rekha of social distancing.
सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग की लक्ष्मण रेखा को कभी भी लांघना नहीं है। सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग को किसी भी हालत में तोड़ना नहीं है। कोरोना की चेन तोड़ने का यही रामबाण इलाज है।
In the national capital, huge enthusiasm was seen in the lighting exercise as it was not less than a Diwali-like celebration where people experienced the superpower of light clearly illuminating the common purpose the nation is fighting for. President Ramnath Kovind and Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu also joined Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the fellow citizens by lighting candles and diyas. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla and several union ministers including Rajnath Singh, Amit Shah, Dr. Harshvardhan, Prakash Javadekar, Piyush Goyal and others turned off all the lights of their residences and took part in the drive. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar said the exercise has strengthened the country's unity and its resolve to fight the COVID-19 pandemic.
देश के जनता को इकट्ठा करके एक साथ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बंद करके दिए जलाने का जो आह्वान किया था वो 100% सफल रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री जी को बधाई, देश के जनता को बधाई।
BJP President JP Nadda also lit earthen lamps. He said, "These are the lights of hope."
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के आह्वान पर रात्रि 9 बजे से लेकर के 9 मिनट के लिए 9 तक दीप प्रज्वलित करके कोरोना के संक्रमण से लड़ने की जो इच्छा शक्ति को बल मिला है वो हम सारे देश ने देखा है। हमारे 130 करोड़ का देश एक साथ एकजुट खड़ा है और सफलतापूर्वक पूरी ताकत लगा करके कोरोना के संक्रमण से लड़ रहा है।
People in Nepal's Kathmandu Valley also lit traditional oil lamps and candles to promote good health and express solidarity with the global community battling the pandemic. Hundreds of people in the Kathmandu Valley lit lamps between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. Prominent personalities from the Indian film industry, including Lata Mangeshkar, Rajnikant, Akshay Kumar, Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh, lit candles and lamps responding to the Prime Minister's appeal. Madhuri Dixit said, "People are united in order to fight this pandemic." Aishwarya Rai Bachchan shared a family picture with lamps song caption on Instagram. Filmmaker Karan Johar also took to Instagram and shared a video where his children Ruhi and Yash, along with his mother Hiru, lit candles and used flashlights. India's sports fraternity also participated in the drive. Sports personalities such as batting legend Sachin Tendulkar, India captain Virat Kohli, chief coach Ravi Shastri, six-time world champion boxer MC Mary Kom, double Olympic medalist wrestler Sushil Kumar, other Olympic medalists like Sakshi Malik, PV Sindhu and Saina Nehwal took to social media to express their solidarity in the fight against the deadly disease.
The number of confirmed novel coronavirus cases in the country has climbed to 3,577, while the death toll rose to 83. The Health Ministry data said the number of active COVID-19 cases stood at 3,219. As many as 274 people were either cured of the disease and discharged, and one had migrated. Briefing media yesterday, Joint Secretary in the Health Ministry, Love Agrawal, said the government is augmenting the supply of personal protective equipment, PPE, and the domestic manufacturing has begun. He said the government is procuring it from the world over, and many philanthropic organizations too are supporting in this. Mr. Agrawal said the Health Ministry has also asked states to use PPE rationally. He said Health Ministry has issued advisory to start rapid antibody-based blood test for COVID-19. He said the government will ensure that the farmers do not suffer from any adverse fallout of the lockdown and has granted relaxations for the agriculture sector. Mr. Agrawal also said that spitting at public places should be avoided to contain the spread of the virus.
आईसीएमआर ने एक और एडवाइजरी के द्वारा बताया है कि सार्वजनिक स्थानों पर थूकना कोविड वायरस के स्प्रेड को बढ़ा सकता है। कोविड वायरस की महामारी के बढ़ते हुए खतरे को मद्देनजर रखते हुए उन्होंने अपील की है कि कोविड महामारी के दौरान धूम्रपान, तंबाकू उत्पादन, गुटखा इत्यादि के सेवन और सार्वजनिक स्थानों पर थूकने से हम परहेज करें।
Joint Secretary in the Home Ministry, Punya Salila Srivastav, said about 12.5 lakh people are being sheltered in 27,661 relief camps, while 19,460 food camps are providing food to about 75 lakh people. Raman R. Gangakhedkar, Head of Epidemiology and Communicable Diseases, Indian Council of Medical Research, said the coronavirus infection is not airborne but a droplet infection.
अगर एयरबॉर्न होता था इन्फेक्शन, ड्रॉपलेट इन्फेक्शन नहीं है, एयरबॉर्न इन्फेक्शन है, तो कोई भी फैमिली में जो भी कॉन्टैक्ट्स हैं सारे के सारे पॉजिटिव आना चाहिए। वो तो वही माहौल में रह रहे हैं जिस माहौल में वो जो पेशेंट है वो भी सांस ले रहा है और हवा छोड़ते ही जा रहा है। हमको एक समझना बहुत जरूरी है, उसको हम हमारी भाषा में बायोलॉजिकल प्लॉजिबिलिटी बोलते हैं कि एक अंदाज कि ये सही में दिखता है या नहीं दिखता है।
Centre has issued guidelines for quarantine facilities amid the COVID-19 pandemic. It said these facilities should preferably be set up on the outskirts of cities, and arrangements should be such that interactions between the quarantined people and healthcare professionals or supporting staff should be minimized. The advisory said that during the quarantine period, contacts should be monitored at least daily for fever and respiratory symptoms. In the quarantine facility, the chief medical officer needs to be appointed as in charge or nodal officer for overall coordination and supervision of the quarantine centre. The advisory also said that services of general duty medical doctors, medicine specialists, pediatrics, microbiologists, psychiatrists and psychologists are required for routine examination and relevant clinical care of the quarantined people.
Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that the government is yet to take any decision on resumption of flight services both on domestic and international sectors. In a tweet, he described the reports of flight resumption after April 14th as mere speculation. The aviation sector has been hit hard by the coronavirus pandemic. All major airlines except Air India are taking domestic bookings for dates post-April 14th. Air India is taking bookings for dates post-April 30th only. The government has imposed a 21-day lockdown from last month to curb spread of the coronavirus pandemic. Consequently, all domestic and international commercial passenger flights have been suspended for this time period.
To ensure smooth intra- and interstate movement of essential food and groceries during the lockdown period, the centre has directed state governments to facilitate truck drivers and labourers associated in this sector to reach their workplace. Consumer Affairs Secretary Pawan Kumar Agrawal, in a letter to State Chief Secretaries, has asked states to designate a nodal officer who will coordinate with the state police to ensure hassle-free movement of supplies. The designated officer will also issue authorization letters to companies and organizations having nationwide supply of essential goods. To ensure that truck drivers do not face problems from police during the lockdown, the Secretary said the movement of one driver and one additional person from their place of residence to the truck should be facilitated by the local authorities. Stating that several companies have reported difficulties in getting labour for their operations, Mr. Agrawal said the local administration should be advised to facilitate in ensuring availability of labour in factories, warehouses and transportation and distribution operations of essential food and groceries by appealing to house owners, societies and villages to allow workers to go for work. He also mentioned that the Consumer Affairs Ministry has developed an e-pass system solution with the help of eGov Foundation. Indian Railways is making all efforts to ensure that there is no shortage of sugar, salt and edible oil during the nationwide lockdown. A report.
The loading, transportation and unloading of these essential commodities have been in progress in full swing across the country. In the last 13 days, railways have loaded and carried 1,342 wagons of sugar, 958 wagons of salt and 378 wagons of edible oil. Freight movement is being closely monitored by senior level officers. Issues which were earlier being faced by railways at many terminal points in loading and unloading operations are being effectively resolved. Indian Railways, along with Ministry of Home Affairs, are in touch with state governments to sort out any such operational issue if they arise. With Diwakar, Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
This is All India Radio, bringing you a special program on COVID-19. Let's take a look at the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leads nation in expressing people's resolve to fight COVID-19. Prime Minister's 9 p.m. 9-minute appeal evokes massive response as millions of people across the country join him by lighting lamps and candles. Centre issues guidelines for quarantine facilities amid COVID-19 pandemic. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Puri calls reports of flight resumption after April 14th as mere speculation. The government asks states to facilitate truck drivers and labourers to reach their workplace to ensure smooth movement of essential items. Food Corporation of India sets new record in single-day transportation of food grains, and Haryana government to promote all students till class 8th without exams due to lockdown. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
गांवों के सरपंचों के लिए कोरोना वायरस कोविड-19 से जुड़ी एक आवश्यक सूचना। दूसरे राज्यों और शहरों से वापस आए लोगों को कोविड-19 के बारे में ये जानकारी अवश्य दें। आपस में 1 मीटर की दूरी बनाए रखें। नाक, मुंह या आंखें अनावश्यक न छुएं। बार बार हाथ साबुन से अच्छी तरह 20 सेकंड तक धोएं। खांसते एवं छींकते समय रुमाल या कोहनी से नाक मुंह ढकें। कोविड-19 से बचाव के लिए आशा कर्मियों से सलाह लें। अधिक जानकारी के लिए अपने जिला मजिस्ट्रेट या मुख्य जिला चिकित्सा अधिकारी से संपर्क करें या भारत सरकार के हेल्पलाइन नंबर 1075 पर कॉल करें।
Food Corporation of India, FCI, has set a new record in single-day movement by moving 70 rakes carrying 193,000 metric tons continuously for 2 days. Consumer Affairs Ministry said FCI is ensuring that enough food grain stocks are made available in every part of the country during countrywide lockdown. During the last 12 days since the start of the lockdown, FCI has done average movement of 141,000 tons food grain per day as against the pre-lockdown daily average of about 80,000 tons. The ministry said a total of 605 rakes carrying around 17 lakh tons food grains have been transported across the country during this period. In a move to extend the availability and reach of online services, Employees Provident Fund Organization EPFO has issued revised instructions to its field offices to facilitate Provident Fund members to rectify their date of birth in EPFO records. The PF subscribers can submit the correction requests online. This will enable EPFO to validate the date of birth of members online with UIDAI instantaneously, thus authenticating and reducing the processing time of change requests. EPFO has instructed field offices to expedite disposal of online requests, enabling PF members in financial distress to apply online for availing non-refundable advance from their PF accumulations to tide over the COVID-19 pandemic.
And now in our series, Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of leading medical experts on COVID-19. Talking to AIR News, Dr. Rakesh Garg, Professor in AIIMS, New Delhi, said the act of following lockdown measures and social distancing by the people will play a major role in containing COVID-19.
If the social isolation continues in a very nice way, then probably we'll be able to have containment. So there may be some clusters which are upcoming, but with good contact tracing and with good quarantine of those who have suspects or those who have contact with these positive patients, if they can do a good amount of quarantine at respective places, then probably we think that the containment of the virus may be a good option, and we hope that it would happen.
Dr. Naresh Gupta of LNJP Hospital said there is no scientific research to say that rise in temperature will halt coronavirus.
खांसने के समय ऐसा खांसना छींकना चाहिए कि दूसरे के ऊपर नहीं जाए। टिश्यू पेपर रखे, रुमाल रखे, कोहनी रखे, बचाव करे। जब वो खांसता छींकता है तो 1 से 2 मीटर तक वो जा सकती है। तो अगर आप पहले 1-2 मीटर का फासला बना के रखेंगे तो उसका आपके तक पहुंचने का अंदेशा बहुत कम हो जाता है। जो कॉन्टेक्ट ट्रांसमिशन की बात आई फॉर्माइड से, उसके लिए हम कहते हैं कि आप हाथ साफ करें। हाथ अगर आप धोते रहेंगे तो उसमें जो वायरस है वो साबुन पानी के द्वारा निकलता रहेगा, और उसके साथ साथ अगर जरूरत समझे या पानी नहीं हो तो आप सैनिटाइजर का इस्तेमाल भी कर सकते हैं।
Talking to AIR, Niti Aayog member Dr. V.K. Paul said medical services are running smoothly during the lockdown period.
इस लॉकडाउन की फेज में क्लियरली जो मेडिकल सर्विसेज हैं उनको काम को कम किया गया है। पहले ये भी याद रहे कि मेडिकल सर्विसेज इसेंशियल सर्विसेज होते हुए जिसको जरूरत है उसको पूरा हक है अभी भी मेडिकल सर्विसेज में, इमरजेंसी सर्विसेज में आए, और उसको कोई रोक टोक नहीं है। और मैं कम्युनिकेट करना चाहूंगा कि आपके पास अब जरिया है कि अपने डॉक्टर साहब को आप फोन पे उनसे सवाल पूछिए। खासकर पहले आप ट्रीटमेंट जिनसे लेते रहे उनको तो आपके बारे में भी मालूम है। आप अपनी प्रिस्क्रिप्शन को व्हाट्सएप पे भेज दीजिए और उनसे रिक्वेस्ट करिए कि उसी के बेस के ऊपर आपकी प्रेजेंट कंडीशन के हिसाब से वो आपको एडवाइस करें। ये अब संभव है। इलेक्ट्रॉनिक प्रिस्क्रिप्शन भी उसके अब बना दिया गया है, वो अब मान्य होंगी।
In view of closure of schools to the lockdown, Human Resources and Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank has directed the heads of autonomous institutions to ensure academic welfare of students. Accordingly, Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan (KVS) has adopted various online and digital modes to impart education to the students. It has directed all of its regional offices to explore various available resources that can be utilized and which would keep students in touch with their studies. A large number of KVS teachers are connecting with their students through digital platforms to compensate for the loss of quality instruction time. Haryana Chief Minister Manohar Lal Khattar has said that all school students from class 1st to 8th standard in the state will be promoted to the next academic session without final examination as the schools are closed due to coronavirus lockdown. The Chief Minister said that students of these classes will be able to enroll in the next class as soon as the school opens. Mr. Khattar said the examination for the science subjects for class 10 has not been conducted due to the lockdown, so the government has decided that students of class 10 will be promoted to class 11 on the basis of the average marks obtained in other subjects. Mr. Khattar further explained that the examination of the science subject will be conducted when the circumstances are normal. Similarly, class 11 students will be promoted to the next class without appearing for the examination of the math subject on the basis of the marks obtained in other subjects.
Uttar Pradesh government has roped in all sections of society to contain the spread of coronavirus. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath yesterday met several religious leaders through video conference, appealing them to help the government in fighting the disease. Our correspondent reports that the Chief Minister held video conference with members of Parliament and union ministers from the state.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that success of 21 days lockdown will set the direction of next step in this fight. He said poor and standard people are being provided free of cost ration and food items. 3-tier medical facilities are being arranged. Mr. Yogi also sought suggestions from religious leaders regarding next step after 21 days lockdown is over. On the appeal of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, people showed their togetherness against COVID-19 yesterday evening at 9 o'clock by illuminating their homes across the state. MS Yadav, Yaya News, Lucknow.
In Bihar, no positive case of coronavirus was reported during the last 24 hours. So far, 32 positive cases have been detected in the state, while 4 patients have been cured. 1 person died due to coronavirus in the state. In Madhya Pradesh, the total number of coronavirus positive cases in the state increases to 193. State Principal Secretary Health Pallavi Jain Govil informed that total of 12 deaths were reported so far in the state. Meanwhile, Bhopal is the first city in the state which developed a full-body sanitizing machine to fight against corona outbreak. Every officer employee working in the Smart City Office Control Room is being given entry into the office through this machine.
The Bhopal Municipal Corporation BMC team has designed this machine in one day and at a cost of just 30,000 rupees. The machine has been developed by the team of Deputy Commissioner Vinod Kumar Shukla and Assistant Engineer Habibur Rahman. Talking to All India Radio, BMC Additional Commissioner Rajesh Rathore informed that this machine is sensor based and sanitized full body.
सेंसर बेस्ड है, जैसे ही आदमी अंदर जाता है वो अपने आप 25 मिनट का ड्यूरेशन है, उसमें शावरिंग होती है, फुवारा लगा हुआ है और उस शावरिंग के द्वारा सैनिटाइजर पूरी बॉडी पे आ जाता है. जो भी अगर होगा थोड़ा बहुत भी कहीं से मान लो लग गया होगा स्टेन वगैरह तो वो उससे मिटिगेट हो जाता है.
The Smart City Office Control Room in Bhopal is being operated to collect information of every moment throughout the state and to provide all possible help to the citizens. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Gujarat now has 128 COVID-19 cases with 6 new confirmed cases reported since yesterday morning. Out of these, 21 have been cured and discharged, while 94 are in stable condition. 2 patients are on ventilator support. Ahmedabad has the highest 53 cases so far. In Gujarat, a Rajkot-based private company has developed a ventilator in partnership with Ahmedabad-based RSP company. The trial run of the locally manufactured ventilator was successful. The ventilator named Dhaman 1 is attached to a patient in Ahmedabad Civil Hospital and functioning successfully. The company will soon commence its mass production and it will be supplied across the country. Our correspondent has the details.
With the support of Gujarat government, Rajkot-based company Jyoti CNC developed this ventilator in just 10 days. The biggest challenge was procuring all parts locally and that too suitable for mass production. Company has also announced that the first 1,000 piece will be donated to Gujarat government. Such ventilators are available for around ₹6 lakh per piece, but Jyoti CNC has manufactured it at a cost of less than ₹1 lakh. Gujarat government has also offered all possible help to develop the upgraded level ventilators. Yogesh Pandya, AR News, Ahmedabad.
Coronavirus cases in Maharashtra have surged to 748, with 113 new cases reported yesterday. 56 patients have been discharged from the hospital after they were cured of the disease. This was stated by the Health Minister Rajesh Tope from the state through his official Twitter handle. He held a meeting with Tablighi Jamaat leaders yesterday in Mumbai. Talking to reporters, Mr. Tope said this meeting assumed significance as some Tablighi members have been accused of deliberately spreading the infection by not cooperating with the state. He said they need their cooperation to maintain harmony. He made it clear that the state government is keen on addressing the problems of all, provided it gets their cooperation and support.
In Telangana, 62 new positive cases of coronavirus were reported yesterday, taking the number of positive cases in the state to 334. The State Health Department said 290 active positive cases are in various hospitals under treatment. 33 patients have been discharged after treatment so far, while 11 people have died. State Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao held a high-level official meeting last evening and directed officials to take all measures to contain the spread of coronavirus and also to provide safety to doctors and medical staff. Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa and his Council of Ministers, Governor, film actors and public at large lighted the lamps expressing their solidarity in combating COVID-19 pandemic yesterday. Speaking to media persons later, the Chief Minister said that the act of lighting the lamp signifies the importance of public support in stopping the pandemic. Our correspondent has the details.
Public resolve to break the chain of the pandemic gained strength yesterday through the activity of lighting the lamp. Karnataka is one of the states in the country with over 100 COVID-19 positive cases. Bengaluru, Urban, Mysuru, Dakshin Kannada, Uttara Kannada, Bidar, Ballari, Belagavi, Chikballapur are impacted the most. With 7 new cases as total positive cases in the state have gone up to 151. Till now, 12 positive cases are discharged. Sudhindra, AIR News, Bengaluru.
Tamil Nadu government has further intensified efforts to contain COVID-19 as 86 more patients tested positive for the disease yesterday. Meanwhile, thousands of people across the state expressed solidarity in the fight against novel coronavirus by lighting lamps and candles at their homes. More from our correspondent.
The role of volunteers during any emergency assumes utmost importance. The contribution of volunteers speaks volumes in restoring life to normalcy. In Tamil Nadu, the government statistics say more than 45,000 volunteers have registered themselves to offer their services to the public. They include about 1,100 doctors and over 3,500 paramedics. That speaks louder about the service-mindedness of the youth and professionals. Jai Singh, AIR News, Chennai.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program, will bring you tonight a special discussion program on COVID-19. Senior psychiatrist and consultant Dr. Avdesh Sharma will participate in the discussion. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:10 p.m. onwards. This program will also be available on our website newsonair.com and on our YouTube channel News on AIR Official.
The coronavirus pandemic has killed more than 45,000 people in Europe, around 85% of them in Italy, Spain, France and Britain, with a total of 46,033 deaths out of 6,27,203 cases. Europe is the continent hardest hit by COVID-19. Global pandemic COVID-19 has not even left animal kingdom untouched. A tiger at New York's Bronx Zoo has tested positive for COVID-19 and is believed to have contracted the virus from a caretaker who was asymptomatic at the time.
And now an overview of today's newspapers covering COVID-19 stories. The Indian Express writes, as cases cross 3,500, a pattern emerges. 80% in 62 districts. The paper says that out of the total 274 districts where COVID-19 cases have been detected, 80% of the total positive cases can be traced to 62 districts across the country. Cases double in 4 days. COVID not airborne, says government, is a top headline in the Tribune. The paper, quoting the government, writes that had it not been for the Tablighi Jamaat event in Delhi's Nizamuddin area, the cases would have doubled in 7.4 days. As millions across the country responded to the Prime Minister's call of lighting candles at home to show solidarity, the Times of India front page is one such photograph with the caption, "That Diwali feeling in April." The Pioneer writes, "People consign Corona Sur to flames." The Hindu reports that the centre has decided to provide free testing and treatment of COVID-19 under the Ayushman Bharat scheme. And finally, not allowing the lockdown to play spoilsport. Girl in Delhi, boy in Mumbai tied the knots online, writes the Times of India. And at the end of the ceremony, guests who had logged in from far and wide even broke into a dance. Well, that's called adapting to the changing times.
And now, before we end the special news program on COVID-19, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi leads the nation in expressing people's resolve to fight COVID-19. Prime Minister's 9 p.m. 9-minute appeal evokes massive response as millions of people across the country join him by lighting lamps and candles. Centre issues guidelines for quarantine facilities amid COVID-19 pandemic. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Puri calls reports of flights resumption after April 14th as mere speculation. Government asks states to facilitate truck drivers and labourers to reach their workplace to ensure smooth movement of essential items. And Haryana government to promote all students till class 8 without exams due to the lockdown. And with that, we end the special news program on COVID-19.